my just please.
So this one and this one. And
Oh,
that
this one,
Oh, that's normal. That's...
all that. I'm actually looking forward to who will be a Sia Hall and a Form Hall and all that, you know, Sir Hall. That won't be bad. I'm actually looking forward to the election.
Yeah, to see the arrangement on the ballot.
There's going to be a lot of fun. I see some songs flying about.
I think tomorrow we need to do something about
this.
Yeah, we should.
Check them out.
Let's jam. Let's jam.
Do some of the old ones as against some of the new ones.
Oh, but I think
nice.
all-time
favorite,
the most popular would be Na 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 or You Win. I don't think any song can beat that. I honestly don't think so. It doesn't matter which side you're on, you still jam to it anyway.
Yeah. That's the same one, right? Muntuma na nekufado.
Muntuma.
That song was a hit.
That song was really good. And then the other one for John Dramani Mahama as well. Oh, what's it called? The one that everybody jammed.
Right. Is that another one? The Nasi one.
Yeah, is it that one?
Mama.
That one.
I think the season has begun. We're in June, right? The season has begun.
But they've taken too long.
Less than 6 monhes to the election.
They've taken too long. By now, we should be jamming to the songs.
But because we don't even know who some of the flag bearer running mates are.
Yeah. Oh, but that doesn't matter.
So
they should still release the song.
We're waiting to.
Oh, I saw a song recorded for. He's not been announced yet. I don't know if he's going to be the flag bearer for the MPP, but Honorable Napo. There's a song that's been recorded for him.
Candidate?
Okay. Yes, it's by this very popular Adoa singer in Kumasi. The very heavy woman.
Okay.
Very interesting song. You haven't heard it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it has the Adoa beats and all
we can
that.
look at all the songs lined up.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
All the songs lined up. It keeps the season interesting.
Exactly.
You love the politics.
Oh, well, some people use it for entertainment, so I guess
sure.
for such people, they look forward to all these things. So good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good morning, Bella.
How are you two? How was your weekend?
Not bad. It was okay. How about you guys?
Did you get to the market, buy something?
No, I didn't. Did you?
These days, bulk purchase is the way to go. Because if you go to the market every Saturday or every weekend, the prices keep going up.
Yeah.
Right. So it's best to bulk purchase your foodstuff and freeze them. Yeah, it's a good way to manage your budget.
That's if your salary is even coming. If you're so old allowances from 9 months ago, then I don't know how you're going to even
that would be Napco beneficiaries.
Yeah, I don't know how you'll be able to go to the market. I really don't know how those people have been surviving in the last couple of months, especially if they've not found a job.
Yeah.
Because if you're home, and you know there's some 9 months, arrears that's owed you, and you still have not received it.
And there's been a promise
you're banking your hopes on it, and you still have not received it. I don't know how you're surviving, but good morning to everyone who is a NABCO beneficiary who still has not received his or her allowance yet. There's a statement that they've released, and for this morning, we'll be getting into that. We'll see if we can speak to one of the conveners as well to tell us exactly what their concern is and what they intend to do moving forward, because they've staged protest. It didn't yield any results. They have released statements upon statements. Still nothing. Promises have been made.
Yeah.
Still nothing in the account. So what's the way forward at this point? So if you're a NABCO beneficiary, you'd like to tune in for this morning's segment, so we have that conversation. But beyond that, what else do we have?
So we'll treat that for this morning segment, and after that we'll have Johnny Hughes coming with Johnny's Bites, and of course we'll have big issues. We're going to discuss a letter that has been sent to the GRA for SML to now again recommence its downstream petroleum revenue monetization or revenue monitoring. So what does it mean? What's the implication? How do we juxtapose that? With that KPMG report? And so we're going to have Edwige Tamaklo in the studio, Nanaya Sapong with the Movement for Change, as well as Professor Smart Sapong, one of the leading posters we have in Ghana, as well as analysts. And so we'll have some great conversation. Manasseh Azuri will also be joining us from the US. You know, he did that documentary on the subject. So join us.
Yes, and shortly after that, we're going to have a conversation for brands, communications people, and in fact, all of us, because they say that everybody's a brand. And so you should be concerned about your brand positioning locally and globally. This conversation today will be on how to position your brand for the global market, and I'm really looking forward to that. So if you're a comms specialist or you're interested at all in proper branding, this conversation is for you. And finally, we'll have some fun with
PM Extra.
Celebrity lovers.
I know. It must be nice to find love and still make a lot of money.
Did you see the crowd outside?
With the colors.
Oh my
goodness. For me, what even shocked me was the fact that each couple had a color attributed to them. And so there's green, there's purple, and I think there was white as well. But Martez emerged winners of PM Extra Season 2. And last Saturday, it was fireworks up here at Media Gym. If you're not here, I hope you watched it on TV. If you didn't watch it as well, then I'm sorry for you, by June, dear. But we'll be talking to them. We'll be finding out what exactly their plans are for the future. And looking at the fan base that they've been able to amass, what do they really hope to get from all the fame and the fortune that they've garnered from this competition? So look forward to it. PM Extra Martez. We're going to also have Jason and Darlene, and then Rose and Drill joining us in the studios. It's going to be exciting. But I think now it's time for us to go into the This Morning segment where NABCO trainees have released a statement. Take a look. And 9 months down the line, or even longer, there are NABCO trainees who still have not received their allowances, even after promises have been made by various stakeholders and shareholders as well. The most recent would be the vice president, who they say recently promised that he was going to make sure their arrears were paid. Weeks down the line, they're still disappointed that nothing has been done to that effect, and so they've released a statement. Maybe we'll read through it quickly before we speak to the PRO. For NABCO. So if you can put that statement out, and it says that on June 2, 2024, the Vice President and flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, made a significant promise to vulnerable former NABCO trainees during his campaign tour in the Volta region, committing to pay the trainees 9-month arrears. However, weeks have passed without action, and silence has followed. As a result, vulnerable trainees in a critically weakened condition are demanding the fulfillment of the Vice President's promise. Frankly, Mr. Vice President, NABCO trainees have been waiting patiently for their hard-earned arrears for too long, only to be met with silence and disregard from your office that unveiled the scheme. The broken promises and neglect are staggering, and we will no longer remain silent on this matter. Your Excellency, we remind you that NABCO trainees are struggling in this difficult economic climate, which your administration is responsible for managing. NABCO trainees, once filled with hope and enthusiasm, now face a harsh reality. Unpaid arrears and the unfulfilled promise to mechanize the scheme have left us struggling to survive in the grim economic outlook under your leadership. And so they're saying, Mr. Vice President and flag bearer, we urge you to honor your promise and release our outstanding arrears without further delay. We demand immediate payment of our outstanding arrears, and your negligence is a slap in the face to our dedication and hard work. It's time for action, not just words. Pay us what you owe as promised. And it's signed by the National Public Relations Officer, Nana Techi Eric, who joins us on the line. Nana, good morning. Nana, good morning.
Good morning, Bella.
Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. Thank you too, madam.
I mean, what's the real reason for releasing this statement, especially at a time when the Vice President has promised that he's going to make payments available to you?
Thank you very much, Bella, and let me take this opportunity to extend my warm greetings to former workaholic NABCO beneficiaries who have been recuperated back to their unemployed state amid sacrificing and working so hard to improve the image of this country, to contribute their quota to this very country. Bella, you are aware the arrears that we are talking about is not arrears yesterday or today. These arrears emerged, or these arrears have been in the system for about 2 or 3 years for now. It's not a recent issue. These arrears date back to 2021 and 2022. A number of letters have been written to the Vice President of Ghana, who the entire NABCO was established under his tutelage. The NABCO was established under the auspices of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We have staged a number of demonstrations and taken that opportunity to submit a formal petition letter regarding these arrears to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and that didn't yield any tangible results. So recently, as part of his regional campaign tour, he went to Volta region, and one of the sub-chiefs in Volta region asked Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia that the Napco was established under your office. The trainees are going through excruciating hardship. Trainees are going through severe pain in this grim economic outlook under your leadership. Mr. Vice President, when are you going to release funds to pay these trainees? And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia responded that indeed he is aware that NABCO trainees are owed. It is as a result of the COVID-19, so on and so forth. It means that upon all the letters that we wrote and submitted officially to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he was unconcerned about our situation. It took a sub-chief in Volta region to remind him and to ask him why he has not paid NABCO beneficiaries. And so, as the public relations officer for the coalition, I found it very expedient to remind Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the promise that he just made in Volta region about 3 weeks ago. So that we are counting on him.
How much time are you giving him? Frankie, if you're listening to us, how much time are you giving to him? And if that time elapses, what will be your next line of action?
Very well. This time round, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, as the vice president and a flag bearer, has reaffirmed that indeed government owe us 9-month arrears. And for that matter, we have a solid grounds to organize a mega demonstration this time around when he fails woefully to honor his promises that have been made to vulnerable NABCO beneficiaries.
When is this going to happen? Do you have timelines?
Yes, we have given Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, His Excellency the Vice President, 1 week ultimatum to settle all the areas that have engulfed this scheme.
Okay.
If it does not happen, I am going to lead the coalition to stage a mega demonstration against the government of the day, particularly Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
How many are you in total, those of you who are owed the 9 months arrears?
The last time I checked from our payroll, from a friend that I have at the national headquarters, we are about 67,000 on the payroll system that if payment is made today, all these 65,000 NABCO beneficiaries are going to be affected.
So 67,000 of you are still owed 9 months arrears, or 55?
Exactly.
67 or 57?
65,000 NABCO beneficiaries.
Oh, I see.
That's a lot.
Wow. And are you also not worried that inflation has affected the value of, you know, the monies that are owed you?
Pardon me.
I mean, if you look at the time when you were supposed to have received these monies up until now, inflation has affected the value of the money as well. Does that not concern you?
Yeah. That is a very much concern to all of us. If you look at the persistent increase in goods and services, look at the inflation, I mean, everything has gone up. And so we are not asking much. What we are asking is that some of us have already tried our best to establish small business. We need this money to cushion up the business. NABCO beneficiaries, section of them have been gallivanting around, not getting work to do. At least when they get something, they can start up something, you know, to feed their family, to have a livelihood. And we are not asking much. We are not asking the government to build a house for us. We are not asking the government to give us the free money. We are asking the government to give us the work, pay us what we have worked for. Why won't we say that a passport in Ghana is more relevant and important than PhD?
All right.
When I am from Ghana and I've worked for 9 good months,
all right,
that has its roots from 2021, and still these monies haven't been paid.
Nanatechi, well, thank you so much for speaking to us this morning. Like you said, you're given the Vice President 1 week, after which you hit the streets. We'll follow up on that and I'll find out exactly what the updates will be. But Nanatechi is the PRO for the coalition of NABCO trainees. Very sad.
Looks a very gloomy situation for many of them. And then knowing that the objective or the rationale for this was to give some kind of non-permanent jobs to those who didn't have any jobs at all. This is quite worrying. 65,000 it's quite a wholesome number to think that many of them are not getting anything at all to get by, especially in these difficult times.
Well, they're saying they'll hit the streets, and the question is, will hitting the streets or demonstrating actually bring them some relief? Would this force the hand of the Vice President, as he promised, to pay them their 9 months?
I mean, they've done it before, and promises were made here and there. Nothing really came out of it.
What would be the results of the demonstration? But I guess that is one sure way to register your displeasure. You know, hitting the streets and letting the world know what's happening. It's very unfortunate. That's a very big number.
Yeah, it is.
65,000.
It is.
Well, let's talk to some NABCO trainees. Hopefully, if you're watching us and you're a NABCO trainee, you're owed this 9-month salary, call us and let us know exactly what your living situation is, and if you're happy to join in the demonstration after the 1 week ultimatum, 1 week period has elapsed. We have a call on the line. Hello? Hello, Prince?
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Prince. You're live. You're welcome to the show.
Right.
Are you a NABCO trainee?
I am not, but I have a brother who used to be.
You have a brother who was. Okay, can you speak up a bit so we can hear you clearly?
All right, I have a brother who used to be part of this NABCO thing.
All right. Tell us what his situation is now.
and you see, one thing is, let's tell truth to power. In Akan, there's a proverb that goes, "Usum kontum posidia uye jawajo."
Okay.
Literally means, if you think you are trapping someone, you end up trapping your own self. They came out with this scheme thinking that they will be able to convince the youth of this generation to do their bidding. So
Really?
they have to forge in anything, or they have to do anything that will convince these youth. And you see, the moment a government begins to do this desperately, this is how it ends up. It does not end up well with all of us. You see, the NABCO itself was a good thought-through policy, but its implementation is where the problem or the challenge is. How can you tell me that you're going to give me a job within a year? I'll be jobless, and that will be the end of my life. How? How can you do that? So please, this government needs to think about this again and come back, because for this one, they said slap on their faces. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling, Prince. You can also call us. It'll be great to hear from a NABCO trainee, a former NABCO trainee, on exactly what your situation is, and if you're also owed this 9-month salary, or if you have been paid also, it'll be great to know. Call us. The number is on the screen now. But if you're looking to win some cool cash this morning, you can cash out, dial *439#. If you are an MTN subscriber or a Telecel subscriber, we're giving away 1,000 cedis to 3 people. So dial *439# this morning, and you can win big on the show. We call it Cash Out every weekday morning on TV3 New Day. We have a caller now joining us from Kumasi. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, sir?
My name is Jesse, and I'm calling from Kumasi.
Yes, Jesse, you're welcome to the show. Are you a NABCO trainee?
Yes, I used to be when the program, was active.
on. Okay. And are you also owed this 9-month arrears, or have you been paid?
So my situation is even worse. I'm owed close to 16 months from NABCO.
16 months.
How come?
So
16 months.
So let me get this straight. Some are owed 9 months, others are owed more than 9.
Yes.
Is your situation unique, or are there a lot of
the
you?
leaders of this scheme keep talking about 9 months, 9 months. For the people on Hill Ghana, majority of them are owed more than the 9 months, including myself. 16 months since April 2020. Because there was a plan around that time, March in 2020, that they wanted to enroll all Hill Ghana members, or give the opportunity for some members to apply for permanent jobs.
Okay.
But there are some of us who chose for the exit scheme. There was an exit scheme, a plan to exit. Some chose for entrepreneurship, others chose for permanency, others chose for further education. I chose to further my education. So at the end of the program, I should have been paid everything that I was worth. Since then, the payment for Hill Ghana stopped April 2020. and nobody that I know in Hill Ghana received a penny up till now.
Now,
Wow.
you said you were on Hill Ghana. Who were you healing?
Pardon?
You said you were on one of the modules called Hill Ghana. Who were you healing?
So we were the nurses, the lab technicians, the physician assistants. So we were posted to the various hospitals and the facilities that deserve our services. For me, I worked at one of the biggest hospitals in Ghana. I was even part of the COVID team when the crisis came in my hospital.
So you are a medic. Are you a nurse?
I'm a nurse, please.
You are a nurse.
Yes, please.
And so after the NABCO ended, you're currently at home.
So I chose to go to school. So after NABCO ended, I found my own means to go to school.
Okay, all right. And all of you on the Hill Ghana system have not been paid for 16 months or are owed 16 months salary?
For those that I know in person, none of them have been paid. I don't know for everybody, but for those that I know in person. Even getting to the tail end of the program, around September, October 2021, there were some payments of about 2 months. None of the Hill Ghana members received those monies, including myself.
So, but if I may ask, are you part of the coalition? Because if they're speaking to the fact that they're owed only 9 months, and you are saying you don't understand why they're saying it's only 9 months, are you in constant communication with them to let them understand that you also have to be paid 16 months arrears?
So there's the coalition, and there's NAPTAG, and there's another group. On those platforms, I am there. I keep talking about this, but it seems that it falls on deaf ears.
You have two
they
separate
are all
groups.
concerned about the 9 months, but not for the 16 months for Hill Ghana members.
You have two separate groups.
Yes, there are two
What's the
separate
difference?
Groups. There's another chief, and there's also another guy.
So what's the difference between the two groups?
To be honest, if you ask me, I wouldn't know. But, I mean, they have. Or I should say we have.
So if you're presenting a divided front, how do you expect that anything will be done about the situation at this point?
I think that has been part of our problems, because even within the two groups, there are rifts between the leaders all the time. And it's really drawing us back, if you should ask me. Because one wants to bid for something, the other also wants to bid for another thing. And that's always giving us problems.
Interesting. Well, thank you so much. Now you want to ask him?
No, actually, I guess we look forward to seeing what will happen in the next few weeks, and hopefully you don't have to hit the streets as has been communicated in your statement this morning. Thank you so much for calling. I think we have space for one more call. It would be great if we hear from someone from NABCO as well. So the number is on the screen. Call us and let us know if you're part of the 9-month or 16-month stream, or if there's another set of NABCO trainees who are owed a different number of months arrears. Would like to know. In the meantime, you can win 1,000 Ghana cedis if you cash out with us on the show. Dial star 439#. If you're an MTN subscriber or a Telecel subscriber, select option 2 for TV3, and then you can win. We have our last caller who's just joining us now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, ma'am. What's your name?
I'm Linda, calling from Upper East Region.
All right, Linda. Thank you for calling us. Are you a NABCO trainee or former NABCO trainee?
Yes, please. I was a NABCO trainee.
All right.
On Revenue Ghana.
Revenue Ghana.
Yes, please.
Okay. Are you also owed arrears?
Yes, I am owed 12 months.
12 months.
And most of the, 12 months.
Yours is 12 months.
Most of the NABCO trainees that were recruited to other model.
Okay. So, do you know if yours is a unique situation or all of your colleagues on that Revenue Ghana module are owed 12 months?
It is the Revenue Ghana, those who are on Revenue Ghana that reported to other models.
Okay.
Some were reported. So I, for instance, was reported to Educate Ghana.
Okay.
So what happened is that the Revenue Ghana, later on, GRA was paying them, not NABCO again, Secretariat. So those of us who were reported to other models were not paid by GRA, and NABCO Secretariat was not paying us. So as I speak, those of us who were reported, we are owed 12 months.
I see. Okay. So do you mind telling us what you do now? What's your living situation like now?
Hello?
What do you do now?
And right now, I've gotten something doing, but, we've incurred a cost to to go to work for the whole year. Accommodation, transportation, and all that. And that's too much to work for 12 months and you are not paid.
Yes. So are you planning to join the demonstration?
Oh, certainly. Certainly, I'll join.
All right.
Because it's like this, not treated as fairly.
And are you a member of the coalition or any of the groups that have been formed to advocate for you?
Yes, I'm part of the NABCO on Facebook.
NABCO, okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for calling and for sharing your situation with us. So it appears different groups of people are owed different months arrears. So there's 16 months, there's 12 months, and there's 9 months. And that's what we get from this very short conversation we've had on this morning. I wonder how many other different months are owed.
Exactly. And for me, that's the challenge. Because, again, if you're not presenting a united front, then how do you advocate for this cause? Because if they come out and say, okay, we're going to pay the 9 months, that we owe you, then what happens to those who are owed 16 months or 12 months?
Do they also have to come out and advocate for different?
Amongst them needs to be fixed if they really want their monies to be paid them.
Yes.
Otherwise, if I find that loophole,
no, but we can't draw the conclusion that because they are bickering at the top. So that's the reason why...
I'm not drawing a conclusion, but I'm saying that if you really want some solution, then you also have to fix the division amongst yourselves. So that in releasing a statement, you can state that there's, the revenue Ghana model that are owed 12 months, there's Hill Ghana that's owed 16 months, and the rest of us are owed 9 months, and we are asking for our money to be paid.
One communication.
But clearly, if you send this communication without the others involved, then they feel left out. And that's why they're calling to say that we're owed more money. So what do I pay if I'm the one that's owing you?
Exactly.
How do I choose who to pay?
Right.
So I really do hope that something is done about it amongst the leaders.
We have a couple of messages. This one is coming from Mo Ajimai, who says that, good morning, Roland and the crew. They should forget about receiving their allowances. You can't be certain, can you, Mo Ajimai? The most they can hope for is a 3-month payment, and even that will be possible due to election-related promises or considerations. And then I have this one from Felicia Awa, who is saying that, look, certainly times are difficult. You take a look at what these Napco citizens are doing. They should have done this long time ago because there are other budgetary considerations for the government of Ghana for an election year, which is usually a time when sometimes expenditure will go up the roofs. So what can be done is for them to continue the advocacy on many of such platforms. Landlord Borga D-Line says, I feel sad for my brothers and sisters, former NABCO trainees, being owed by government. What would be Dr. Baumia's role when voted into office? Well, he's espousing what he can do. Now, the economy that brought him into the limelight, he couldn't fix. The digitalization story, too, is not adding up. Now, NABCO trainees, he won't pay them? Big question. Well, they'll be paid, we're told.